Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new TJ's World According to Wrestling. I'm your host, TJ Wiggins, and I'm here to talk to you about Impact, Friday Night Smackdown, and AEW Rampage. And let's go ahead and get started. Impact started off with Chris Sabin versus Sami Callihan. You know, it's nothing really special until Moose shows up. He shows up to beat Sabin, and then after that whole fiasco happens, Callahan tries to beat him up, but Eddie Edwards comes out and makes a save of Sami Callihan and Moose. Yeah, nice promo package of Deonna Purrazzo versus Melina. I can't wait to see that match. I think that match is going to be pretty damn good. But the promo then goes into Deonna beating up Mickie James when they got there into the ring. They all had this thing of how Mickey's the greatest and how she's going to be, officiating this match and the overseer of the talent in this. But Deonna comes out there and starts beating her up, and then Melina comes in there and makes a save. Next, we have Chris Bay versus David Finlay. It was a nice match. It was pretty good. But it's just two tiny guys flipping all over the fucking place. I just don't like it. That's really the only thing about this match I didn't like. And Chris Bay, he rolls up Finlay for the win. Since Bay is heel, he's part of the Bullet Club. He has to be cheating all the time. He just turned heel. And there was a promo by Violent by Design. Thankfully, they're not fucking teleporting this time. But Young is fucking blaming all the losses on Rhino. So they're either going to kick Rhino out of the group or Rhino's going to kick himself out of the group and turn face. And next we have a match between Rich Swann and Carl Anderson. And Rich Swann and Willie Mack taking on Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. It was a nice match. Rich Swann, using the most devastating move in wrestling, fucking rolled up Carl Anderson. He beat him. And after that, Anderson and Gallows beat the shit out of them two. It's fucking great. I just wish that Anderson and Gallows would have, won. They would still been tag champs, been the dominant tag champs. But thankfully, they regained some of their heat by beating the ever-loving piss out of Willie Mack and Rich Swann. Next we go over to Smackdown. And it starts off with a pretty shitty promo by Becky Lynch. I knew after she fucking squashed the goddamn babyface champion, who's the only babyface that they have now, apparently, that she was going to turn heel. But you could tell with the verbiage that she has, with the fucking material that she's been given, that she doesn't mean this shit. She doesn't like saying this shit. And the people just love cheering her. It's going to be just like fucking before. They're going to come out there and they're going to try to get them to boo her, and it's not going to fucking happen. It's just this time around, there's not going to be a Nia Jax to fucking break her nose and give her a concussion to turn her into a babyface this time. Excuse me. But, and guess who interrupts? Belair interrupts, then Carmella interrupts, then Vega interrupts, then even Liv Morgan, who even wasn't fucking in the part of this feud, or even the lapdog of Sasha Banks, like fucking Carmella and Belair was. But that sets up a fatal four-way with Belair, Vega, Morgan, and Carmella. It's a fatal four-way elimination match. Winner gets the shot at Becky Lynch, and we all know who was going to win. I mean, if you didn't, I think you're in some deep shit about wrestling psychology, because Belair won, and so they're going to have Belair versus Becky Lynch at Extreme Rules. Next, we had a nice confrontation backstage, in which the Usos questions Heyman's loyalties ever since, Lesnar came back to the WWE, and Heyman's always been the mouthpiece and the side piece for Lesnar as part of the presentation, and could be possible dissension, and may lead to Heyman actually jumping ship, going towards Brock Lesnar, because the Usos didn't just question it; they kind of demeaned him and say that he wasn't worth anything, he was worth shit, and they'd be just fine without him. And they may come back to bite him in the ass. And Corbin now is back to being wealthy again. He's now called Happy Corbin. And who the fuck cares about this fucking horse shit? I didn't fucking care that he was broke. I mean, goddamn, you may be broke, but you can fucking button up your goddamn shirt. You fucking idiot. Anyways. Nakamura and Boogs beat Ziggler and Rude. And how the fuck did you have Boogs beat Ziggler? Why are they pushing this fucking idiot? And you're goddamn burying the best two workers on the show, and probably even the whole fucking company. Goddamn Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. They're fucking great. One, thankfully, has been a former two-time world champion, and goddamn Roode, he should have been fucking world champion by now. He's fucking tremendous. And you're goddamn wasting him. And Dominic has an open challenge. Sami Zayn comes out there. And, Zayn beats Dominic because of his inexperience. Rey Mysterio comes over there. He tries to console him. But, he's not having any of it. And, there's creating tension between the two of them. And totally expect to see Dominic turn heel. I'm just waiting for that heel turn. It'd be fucking fantastic, because he can't fucking play a babyface. I'll guarantee you can't play fucking heel. Because he goddamn can't fucking act. He has no idea how to change the inflection of his voice. You're gonna have him actually goddamn go out there and cut promos on people? That's not gonna get over. That's not gonna be happening any fucking time soon. And next we have a family celebration. And it's nice heel work by, Heyman. Going through all the different, titles of Roman Reigns and, having him acknowledge him or whatever the fuck. And he raises the title, and the Usos raise the titles, and a big fucking celebration, and confetti and all that bullshit start raining down. Heyman's fucking great as always. Then Balor comes out there and challenges for the title next week. And he tries to jump Reigns, but the Usos come out there. And, they cut him off. But thankfully, to make the save, the Street Profits show up. And they stop the Usos, they jump them. And, it all ends with the Usos and Reigns up there on the ramp, worried about how Balor could possibly take the belt off of him next week. And next we go over to AEW Rampage. We have the finals of the AEW Tag Team Tournament. Winner gets a shot at the tag champs, who are the dumb fucks. And of course the dumb fucks come out there again, because the finals is the Jurassic Express versus the Lucha Brothers. And the Lucha Brothers win. It was a good match, but I kind of had a problem with it. Because I think the Jurassic Express should have won. I think they should have been the challengers. Because if you're going to build Jungle Boy, you have to do it now. I mean, goddamn, you've already wasted 2 years of this guy's fucking life. Alright? He's fucking charismatic. He's the son of an actor. He's the son of Luke Perry. For fuck's sake. He needs to be built up, and he needs to win right now. So that way, if you break them off, goddamn Jungle Boy can actually have a claim to fucking something when he challenges for the title. Because right now, he can't fucking say shit about what he's won in AEW. He hasn't won shit yet. Next was Miro and Luego del Sol. His rematch of last week. But, a match really didn't take place because Miro just brought his dead, lifeless body outside to the ring with him, throws him into the ring, and he hits his finisher on him, the game over, which is the camel clutch. And then, Eddie Kingston comes out there because Del Sol and Kingston, used to be friends on like the independent scene or whatever. He comes out there into the ring, and then fucking Miro and Kingston get into a pull apart, where Miro just fucking gets out of dodge and goes under the ring and just walks right up the ramp. So apparently that's either going to be a full-fledged feud or that's just going to lead to a match of next week. And next we have Tanara Conti versus the Bunny. It started off great with the Bunny doing some great heel work, jump-starting the match and beating the fuck out of Conti. But Conti, later got the upper hand. And the wrestling psychology was good until the fucking finish. Because goddamn, the Bunny grabs the brass knucks, hits Conti with the brass knucks and pin her. And Conti gets right the fuck up and goes to lean in the goddamn corner. What the fuck are you doing? The goddamn brass knucks should have fucking killed her. There should have been a goddamn stretcher picking her up with a fucking spatula. But here she is after supposedly being knocked the fuck out. Just moving around, just being lollygag about it. Like she doesn't have a fucking care in the world. Just fucking ridiculous. And speaking of fucking ridiculous, is Omega and Brandon Cutler taking on Christian Cage and Kazarian. This match was alright. Cutler is out there fucking flipping around, he's supposed to be doing comedy, flipping around, but the problem is that there's nothing fucking funny about it. It's ridiculous, and the fact that this guy is in professional wrestling just fucking gets under my skin and irks me to death. If I would have been there, I would have beat his fucking ass. The fact that this guy gets a check for wrestling, quote unquote, it's a goddamn shame, to put it one way. Anyways, we fast forward to the finish. Christian constantly teases hitting the kill switch on Omega, which is the move that he used last week to beat him for the world title. But the last time he tries it, Omega, gets out of dodge, he weasels out of it, and he left Cutler out there to fend for himself. And Christian hits the spear on Cutler and then hits the kill switch on him and pins him. That's going to lead to their AEW world title match at All Out, with Christian Cage going up against Omega. And I can't wait to see that match. I think that's going to be a good match, especially, Christian's a good worker. Omega's alright, but he does a bunch of fucking prissy prancing, a bunch of finger pointing, which is so fucking stupid. That's not fucking wrestling. That's not psychology. It's not knowing what the fuck to do and just goddamn doing something. But like I said, I think Omega is going to win. I know Omega is going to win, as a matter of fact. Because Christian's already beat him for one title. He's not going to beat him for another one. Because that's, supposedly going to kill Kenny Omega. Which, in all honesty, you'd probably just go ahead and kill him and make me a hell of a lot happier. But anyways, that's been AEW Rampage. Thanks for listening to my podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.